How are you? Today I brought you a wonderful juice recipe to help with circulation. Many people want practical, everyday ingredients to improve blood circulation, the cardiovascular system, relieve tired legs, and that feeling of discomfort that often comes along with poor circulation. So I prepared this juice with easy ingredients that you probably have at home, so you can drink it regularly in your daily routine and get good results. You're going to love it. Stay until the end because you won't want to miss it. If you love recipes that are easy, quick, and healthy, you're going to love this channel. Go ahead and subscribe, and remember to turn on the notification bell to get updates. I have new videos every day. You're going to love them. Let's get started with our recipe. The ingredients, quantities, and nutrition info are in the description below. Since this is a juice, I'm going to start with my blender here, already adding the water, which will help everything blend together. This will be the base of our juice. So the first ingredient I'm going to add here is my grape. I chose the red grape because this grape is richer in resveratrol. Of course, all grapes are healthy and nutritious, and they contain polyphenols because polyphenols themselves already help with circulation and are anti-inflammatory. But red or pink grapes also contain resveratrol, which greatly helps with perfusion, relaxing the blood vessels, and improving the circulatory system. Everyone already knows about this interesting role. In fact, that's why many people choose to have a glass of pure grape juice, because you'll get the benefits of resveratrol without necessarily having to drink wine, which is an alcoholic beverage. Wine also contains resveratrol. I chose to bring grapes here and not pure grape juice to show you that we can use the fresh fruit itself naturally with the fruit you have at home. And the grapes will also help sweeten our juice naturally without needing to add any kind of sugar or sweetener. The second food here, which is very good for our circulation and cardiovascular health, is beetroot. We love beetroot juice. It really reminds us of childhood, beetroot with orange, but here it will be grape with beetroot and other ingredients. Beetroot naturally contains nitrates, which help improve the conversion of nitric oxide in our body, aiding in better perfusion and relaxation of blood vessels. It also has many antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds such as betalain, so it is excellent for cardiovascular health and circulation. This beetroot is raw. I just cut it into pieces like this to make it easier to blend. Since beetroot is naturally sweet, it will also help to naturally sweeten our juice, so there's really no need to add sugar. Why do I emphasize this? Because sugar has the ability to cause an insulin spike, which ends up being inflammatory for us. So it's not ideal for us to consume it, and if we can avoid it, it will always be better for our health. Now I'm going to add our turmeric, which also greatly helps with circulation due to its anti-inflammatory properties. Turmeric is an antioxidant, so it can really improve circulation as well. To help boost the absorption of curcumin, I've actually got some chia seeds right here. Of course, chia seeds contain a lot of healthy fats, which are precursors to omega-3. That alone already helps with cardiovascular health. We know that omega-3 fats help improve cardiovascular health. Chia also contains a lot of fiber, which helps regulate our blood cholesterol levels, which in turn also aids blood circulation, and these healthy fats promote the absorption of curcumin. So it ends up being a really great combo that works perfectly here. It makes total sense for us to mix these ingredients together. I'm also going to add our kale here. You can see that my kale was frozen. I always like to set aside some leafy greens and freeze them for green juice. After they've been cleaned, it makes it much more practical for us to use them in our daily routine. Kale ends up being very rich in vitamin K, which is a vitamin closely related to circulation and blood clotting. It helps with blood perfusion and circulation, and it also naturally contains a good amount of iron. Of course, it's non-heme iron, which has slightly lower bioavailability, but I'm going to add another ingredient here that will also help with the absorption of this iron. So this ingredient will be lime. I'm going to use lime juice, which I've already squeezed here, precisely because it's very rich in vitamin C. Vitamin C helps to better solubilize this non-heme iron, ensuring that it is more effectively absorbed into our bloodstream, so that iron can fulfill its role in hematopoiesis, in the actual formation of red blood cells, in the transport of oxygen and nutrients throughout our body, which helps with the circulation process. And I also set aside the green part of the lime here because it brings bioactive compounds, limonene, all these flavonoids, which also help with circulation, helping to keep blood vessels stronger as well, which supports this role in circulation. Let's blend this really well. Ideally, we shouldn't strain any juice to make sure the fibers are present. Because remember, I told you that fibers help control the cholesterol in our blood, which also helps with circulation. So let's blend this well, and I'll be back in a moment to tell you more about timing and everything else. All right, it's closed now, so now we just need to blend it. Now let's pour it into the glass. Another interesting detail about vitamin C is that, as you know, I've mentioned it in several videos here, it's very important for stimulating collagen production in our bodies. And collagen is definitely related to improving the elasticity of blood vessels and capillaries, maintaining the integrity of the vessels. Besides that, it also plays a major antioxidant role, which helps preserve the function of the vessels. As for the best time to take it, actually, try to choose a time that fits well into your daily routine. Maybe it could be part of your breakfast or part of your afternoon snack. The idea of this video is to present a juice, a practical way for you to add these ingredients, which already have scientifically proven benefits for circulation, into your routine. And it's a practical, tasty, and sweet way for you to regularly add some of these ingredients to your daily routine. Of course, this juice isn't a miracle cure. It's no use just drinking the juice if you have an unbalanced, highly inflammatory diet and are extremely sedentary. So remember that to improve the health of your heart, your arteries, and your circulation in a broader sense, the ideal is to have a balanced diet, to consume plenty of fiber, good protein, and healthy fats, to maintain a healthy weight, which helps your body's circulatory process, to exercise regularly, and to stay well hydrated throughout the day. I have a playlist here about heart and artery health in a broader sense, and I'll leave it down below in the description. Also remember that this juice is not meant to replace any medication you are taking. Never stop taking any medicine without your doctor's knowledge, as this could be dangerous for you. If you have any questions, always talk to your doctor or your nutritionist. So tell me, at what time are you going to drink this juice? I'd love to see your comment. Remember to like the video, it really helps me out, and share it with anyone who would enjoy it, with anyone who needs this information. Let's work together to expand this chain of good. That's what I want here with the channel. Let's give it a try. I can really taste the fresh, zesty lime in this, and honestly, what stands out the most to me is definitely the lime. Maybe just a hint of turmeric, but it's very, very subtle. Barely noticeable, really. So, it's a really delicious juice. It tastes like lemonade. Even though it's quite red, I don't taste the beetroot, so if you don't like beetroot, that's not a problem. And the lime ends up being very prominent since we used the peel. There was no need to sweeten it. I didn't add any sugar or sweetener, as you saw, and it's well balanced, naturally quite sweet. Make it and you're going to love it. See you next time. Bye.